We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 or the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Chargers. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Come on, ready?
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here we go.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. That's into the hands of Tolbert. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's got a Bengals first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. 3rd and short, so didn't need much, but got a little extra on the backside. Nice run.
Chewed up the yardage, didn't he? To me, that was offensive line with leverage, good blocking angles, taking on a stacked defensive front. And once they chopped that little hole in the beginning, he took it and rambled.
And just the 3rd play from scrimmage, wanted to avoid the 3 and out and did just that.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
I'm fine, ready?
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Tell me I didn't just see these first 2 possessions. I mean, is this one of those cases of anything you can do, I can do
better?
Maybe not better, huh?
Worse?
Yeah, just a little bit. Very sloppy start. I think maybe a case of the nerves for both teams.
And now we're back to an even playing field. The Bengals drive about to get going. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the net. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Ward. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where is he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll run on first down. Crawford. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
second down. It's Crawford, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Up the middle they go. Crawford. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Devontae Wyatt with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now a 3-point swing right there.
Well, they're able to come away with the interception, Charles. They aren't able to move the ball all that much. However, they do get 3 out of it with a field goal.
Yeah, and anytime you do force a turnover, you have to come out of it with points. Everybody wants 6. They'll take the 3 there. Now's their opportunity to do it again.
The Bengals drive about to get going. But for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He's got it complete to Tolbert. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down, because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff up the middle. Kent, and that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped to the backfield. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Burrow looking to pass. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A They come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Now it's Burrow. It's caught. Tolbert. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 17-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now it's Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Jelani Woods from 10 yards out. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in this AFC title game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Bengals 7, Chargers 3.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for the first down. They'll try the left side. It's Crawford. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Crawford. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Up the middle they go. It's Crawford, and here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they got no chance to win this game.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Herbert. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Here's Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
On 4th down, Herbert. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. On 1st down, Crawford. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Herbert looking outside, and he's got a man. That's Crawford. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back there, as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the field.
And still yet to find the end zone. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
On 2.
The Bengals drive about to get going. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Here we go. 11 empty. 11 Thomas.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
Here we go.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Play action. It's Burrow. Rolling to his left. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Here we go. Here we go.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow, that is caught inside the 5. It'll be a pickup of 15, as that'll lead to 3rd down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Now Burrow. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
McPherson's kick is good, and they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
A short kick taken at the 18. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. final shot before the break for Herbert. He sets to fire deep. This is intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Right back to him on first down. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run the counter. It's Crawford, and he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Bengals are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 53 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of the defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Throw left side, complete to Chase. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. He'll drop to throw. Throwing for Chase on the and a loose football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
A touchdown! An 11-yard touchdown. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover it? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. He will return this from and all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football, and the Bengals grab it. Yeah, they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers and quickly.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
A chance of wasting this great starting field position. A real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Joey Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a 1st down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Herbert now. Going left side, it's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll run on 1st down. Crawford. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 27, Herbert. Finding Waddle crossing the field and bringing it in. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal.
1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Trying to run inside, but nothing there. This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Chargers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. The extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the 4th quarter. He's got him in, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
11.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And they've just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
On the line, ready?
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Burrow. Oh, no, he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Herbert off of play action. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. On the move past the 40. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? And they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, These guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this one likely on the short list for Game of the Year candidates. And boy, did it come in a good one here in the playoffs. All tied in the 4th with a berth to the Super Bowl on the line. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally. And that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes. And that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
On 1st down, it's Crawford. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Herbert, that's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And calling a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
They'll run on 1st down. Crawford, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 2nd down now, it's Crawford, and he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Crawford. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
They snap it to Herbert. Got a man. It's Waddle complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left, and then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Herbert going to keep it on his sneak. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Chargers have broken our tie and have taken the fourth quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. They will take a 7-point lead. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they'll be backed up a bit to start. Bounds at the 16. The Bengals drive about to get going. They need a touchdown to tie it. Of course, they know full well they won't have too many more possessions, if any, in this championship game. Burrow's throw pulled in by Tolbert. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Kent and able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Burrow. Toward the sideline. He will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them in bounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play.
That's into the hands of Tolbert. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Right back to Tolbert. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. And 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done. And now feel really good about what's in front of them.
On the move to his left. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
McPherson now for the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
That ties the game at 27. Evan McPherson to kick off for
Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? What does he want with football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Now Herbert. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he's brought down. 18 more yards there and another first down. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Herbert to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So now it all comes down to the left foot of their kicker. This for a trip to the Super Bowl. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So in an evenly contested AFC title game, that very likely was the kick that'll send them to the Super Bowl.
And that's why you and I are up in the booth. Can't even imagine the pressure he was under right there. I mean, that's a career definer. And he stepped up and calmly put it through the uprights.
Here we go.
A final shot now for Burrow. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. The Chargers, they are heading to the Super Bowl. Thanks to you all for watching, and good night.